Trump's take on the economy first. So Trump said this earlier in the week. He said 2 years ago, our country was dead. Now we're the hottest country anywhere in the world. America's respected like never before. Okay. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how that works, but maybe it's because Donald Trump looks at things like this. So Donald Trump said this, and I quote, "I'm going to reduce affordability to the lowest it's ever been." Now, I know if your brain went, wait, what the fuck did he just say? Did he just say what I think he did? Yes. Yes, he did. He said, I'm going to reduce affordability, like when things are affordable, to the lowest level it's ever been. Essentially, what he's saying is, I'm going to make things the least affordable they have ever been in America. So at least he finally said something true. He was finally truthful about something, right? So there you go. All right, let's see what Fox News has to say. How does the rest of the country feel about the economy? So Fox News did a poll earlier in the week, and they said condition of the economy. And keep in mind, this is MAGA. These are Fox News boomers who are weighing in on this. Based off a Fox News poll, only 24% of Fox News viewers think the economy is good. 76% of Fox News viewers, Trump's base thinks the economy is fair to poor. So that's definitely going to bring us into our next poll. And if Fox News boomers think the economy is bad, and they're the one demographic who probably could maybe think the economy is pretty decent, then it's going to be interesting to see how we feel about it. And of course, there we go. I got to pull this up here. All right, let's see what the last poll did. Did Strickland get the call? 82% of you said yes. Well, I hope not. I hope it's something else, but we'll find out. All right. Let's see. How is the economy? Let's do the exact same poll they just did. How is the economy? All right. This is the same Fox News poll. Great, good, fair, and we'll say terrible. All right, so that's the Fox News poll, and that's Fox News boomers. We'll see what we think. We'll see what we think here on the show. All right, another one. Donald Trump has been bragging about how low inflation is. Okay, that's interesting. Well, let's take a look at this. Oh, it turns out currently, as of 1 day ago, the United States has the highest inflation rate amongst all G7 nations. So yes, US, Italy, Canada, UK, Germany, France, and Japan. We are higher than literally everyone. So that doesn't seem great. It doesn't seem great that the United States has basically the highest inflation of all the G7 nations. Some other great things that have happened this week. Yes, the U.S. debt officially has surpassed 100% of GDP for the first time since World War II. Perfect timing for World War III, huh, ladies and gentlemen? So what this means, let's think about it from our own day-to-day perspectives, okay? So the national debt is now higher than GDP. What that means, if we put it in layman's terms to ourselves, is let's say for us personally, let's say we made $100,000 a year in income. Well, guess what? We have over $100,000 in credit card debt. So what that means is you have more debt than you are making in an entire fiscal year. So wow. That's absolutely horrible. Absolutely horrible for the United States and our economy. But don't worry, it gets better. It gets better. We're breaking records left and right this week, ladies and gentlemen. Just in, the U.S. national debt has officially reached an all-time high of $39.5 trillion. Yes, breaking records left and right. And let's see who's responsible for that. Let's check it out. Donald Trump, in just 18 months, has added $5 trillion, as you see here, effing dollars to the national debt. As it says here, we don't have health care. We don't have education. We don't have food assistance. We don't have food safety. We don't have clean air. We don't have clear water. But we have added $5 trillion to the debt somehow. Guys, what the fuck did we just spend $5 trillion on in Trump's presidency? What can we objectively look at and be like, oh, that's where that $5 trillion went? $5 trillion. What What did we get out of that $5 trillion in 18 months? Anybody feel it? Was it better roads? Was it bridges? Was it universal health care? Was it universal education? Was it lower drug prices? Was it Medicaid? What did we get? Feels like we didn't get fucking anything. Feels like we got literally fucking nothing, but somehow added $5 trillion to the national debt. I'm not sure where $5 trillion went. Losing a war, that's a good one. Surveillance state, okay. Now we're cooking. Now we're cooking. Diapers, potentially. There's a lot of those being used in the White House. He's not wrong, right? Isn't that crazy, though? You start to think about that, and you just go, $5 trillion added to the debt and fucking nothing to show for it? Wonder where all that money's going. It's going somewhere. It's not going to us. So, yes, again, like I said, a lot in the economy, a lot of records being broken this week. Here we go. Here's another one. To add to Donald Trump's amazing performance with the economy, the U.S. dollar has now lost nearly a third of its purchasing power just over the last 6 years. It's also lost 97% of its purchasing power since 1913. So as you see here, in 1913, if you had $10,000 saved and you just left it there, in today, that would be worth $290. So that's great. Also looking good. The question is, whose fault is it? Whose fault is it? Whose fault is this? It's got to be somebody's fault. Well, I think we actually know whose fault it is. Let's take a look. And I think this is it. Let's listen to what Carolyn Levitt, economy expert, has to say. Oh, yes, here we go.
Out at the podium.
Well, speaking of the midterms, we know the tradition. The party that has the White House typically has an uphill battle for the midterms. And when you look at the top issue among voters right now, it seems to be the cost of living. So what steps have been taken by the White House to really address that? Because that's going to be important as we head towards November.
Yeah. Well, the president and the White House, we fully recognize that. And I would remind your viewers and the American people of who caused the affordability crisis in this country. It was Joe Biden and it was the Democrats in this city when they were in power. And President Trump took immediate action on day one to fix that with his overall economic formula of tax cuts, deregulation, and energy dominance.
Look, here's the deal. Trump's been in power for almost 2 years. 2 years. Really? Really? Two years later? And we're going to blame Democrats? Look, you guys know I'm an independent. Okay? Call it like I see it. Republicans have had complete systemic control of the United States government, the House, the Senate, the executive, the judicial, the Supreme Court for 2 fucking years. The economy is far worse than it was under Biden. Inflation is objectively higher. It was 2.7% when Joe Biden left office. It is now 3.5% and rising. Gas prices are about $1 more than a gallon than they were when Joe Biden left office. What are we talking about? Yeah, we can blame Joe Biden if we want. Sure, it's fun to do. It's politically, it's easy button. 1.5 years. There you go. 1.5, 2 years. Nothing is better than it was in the economy, objectively, statistically, through data, than it was at the end of Joe Biden's presidency. Not to say Joe Biden didn't fuck up a lot of the economy. Okay? COVID wasn't great. Supply chain crises, all that happened, but we're way past that now. So for me personally, I don't need that excuse doesn't work for me. You can't have complete systemic control of the government and blame the other side. That's not how accountability works. And I mean that both ways. I mean that when Democrats have had complete systemic control of the government and try to blame Republicans. No, fuck no. That's not how it works. You're in charge. You have all the power. Why is the economy dog shit? I don't know. Maybe because you started a war with fucking Iran that shut down 30% of the global's oil supply. Maybe that had something to do with it. And that's not ending. And now it looks like The Strait of Mandab is also going to be shut down because the Houthis are now involved. We're going to cut off another 10% of the global world's oil supply. Come on. Come on, guys. Let's just be honest with ourselves. All right. I didn't blame Republicans when Biden was in office. We shouldn't be blaming Democrats when Trump has had complete control of the government and gotten nothing fucking done with it. It's a cop out, and it's just not having accountability for the people in charge. It is what it is.